Business Studies, A-Level, Break-Even Analysis. The break-even analysis helps mainly marketing managers, production managers to know at which level of output total costs will be equal to total revenue, or at which level of output will the business make no profit and no loss. Let's take a simple scenario. You are at high school. You are selling pop stars posters. You've rented a garage to use as office from your uncle. You've bought on credit a computer and also a printing machine. You've heard that Paris Hilton is putting on a concert in the neighborhood, and you've decided now to print and sell some posters of Paris Hilton. You would like to know at which level you're going to break even. In other words, at which level of output will your total costs be equal to your total revenue. That's why you're going to use the break-even analysis. One main assumption of the break-even analysis is that there is no stock, no leftover, no goods returnable. We can consider the table here. The number of output is equal to the number of units sold, because just as we've said, there is no stock, no leftover. Total revenue, TR, is number of units sold multiplied by price per unit, £5. Fixed costs, which includes insurance and rent. Average variable cost, which include cost of paper, cost of ink. Total cost, it is an addition of fixed costs and variable costs. Profit and loss, it is TR, total revenue, minus TC, total cost. At level of output 0, you'll be making a loss of 6,000. At level of output 1,000, you'll be making a loss of 3,000. But at level of output 2,000, you'll be making no profit and no loss, because TR is equal to total cost. At this level, you are going to break even. This is your break-even point, with your break-even level of output at 2,000 and your break-even price at 5. If you decide to produce 3,000, then you'll be making a profit of 3,000. Let's see quickly how it looks like on a graph. Output, cost and revenue. We have two curves, total cost and total revenue. Here we have the fixed cost, and here the variable cost. This will be the break-even point at our level of output 2,000. Any production below 2,000 will lead to loss. Any production above 2,000 will lead to profit. There is a margin of safety. It is obtained by subtracting 2,000 from 3,000. Now that we've seen the table and the graph, let's take some typical A-level exam question. Well, the first one would be, what is the usefulness of break-even analysis? We can bring forward three main. The first one is, it helps production managers, marketing managers to plan in order to face challenges from competitors. Secondly, the break-even analysis is included in the business plan, and it helps the bankers to see if the target is realistic and achievable, and hence help the bankers to decide if the loan required can be granted. A third reason of why we use break-even analysis is that it helps very often production managers and marketing managers to answer the what-if questions, and hence making a sensitivity plan. Some what-if questions could be: what if there is a rise or a fall in price of the product? What if there is a rise in or a fall in the price of raw materials? What if one of the main suppliers is not able to deliver on time the necessary raw materials? What if? A second typical exam question is about a rise or a fall in price. Well, assume that there is a new competitor. He's also from your high school, and he's also selling posters of Paris Hilton at the price of $4.50. Your price is at 5. You are not competitive at all, and you decide to decrease your price from 5 to 4. Now the question is, there is a fall in price. What will be your new level of output at which you are going to break even? We have to use a calculation. It is called the break-even or the contribution calculation. We'll have to calculate the contribution per unit. The price is 4, the new price. The ABC is 2, which gives you a contribution per unit of 2. Your fixed cost is 6,000. 6,000 divided by contribution per unit, it gives you 3,000. 3,000 is your new break-even point. If you consider the table here, your previous break-even level of output was 2,000. If you still produce at that level, and there is a fall in price, you'll be making at that level a loss of 2,000. But if you increase production to 3,000, then you will be making at that level no profit and no loss. Which means that if there is a rise or a fall in price, you must recalculate the level of output at which you are going to break even. Another typical exam question is a change in the price of raw materials, in variable cost. Assume that there is a campaign for the promotion of wild forest. Price of papers is rising. Your ABC rises from 2 to 4. Previously, your level of output at which you were break even was at 2,000. Now, at that level, you'll be making a loss of £4,000. Which means you must recalculate your new level of output. You can use the same calculation given here. Price is 5, level of AVC has moved from 2 to 4, which is 5 minus 4, 1. Fixed cost 6,000. 6,000 divided by 1, it will give you 6,000, and 6,000 is now your new level of output at which you are going to break even. So in short, if there is a rise or a fall in your AVC or in total cost, you have to recalculate at which level of output are you going to break even. Another typical exam question is about the reliability. The reliability of the break-even analysis. Well, first of all, we can ask ourselves if the data provided by the marketing department and by the production department, are they realistic? Are they credible? The second thing is regarding the stocks. Break-even analysis assumes that there is no stock, no leftover, no goods returnable. But unfortunately, that's not the case in modern business environment. Thirdly, AVC and economies of scale. Economies of scale assume means that AVC will tend to fall as number of units produced rises. However, break-even analysis does not take economies of scale into account. Break-even analysis assumes that AVC is fixed regardless of the number of units produced. In other words, and using some more technical terms, break-even analysis assumes that the curve, the TR curves, or the TC curve are linear. But in fact, the TR and the TC curve have a more curvy, linear shape. A last factor regarding the reliability of break-even analysis is how quick does break-even analysis respond to, let's say, change in wages or change in technology. Maybe we can see something to finish. It's about the graph. It's about how the graph will swing following a rising price or a rising cost. Let's consider first of all there is a change in price. We have here the TR curve and here the TC curve. If there is a rise in price, the TR will swing upward. If there is a fall in price, the TR will swing downward. Change in cost. If there is a rise in cost, the TC will swing upward. And if there is a fall in cost, the TC will swing downward. Best of luck.